We've learned how to create components and use them within one another. Any data you put inside a component will belong to that component. This means that you can have two components with the same property names without having to worry about naming collisions. This works for some scenarios, but there will be other scenarios where you'll want to communicate data between each component. Let's look at this diagram for a moment. We have three components. Component A is the parent component to component B and C. Component A is also known as the root component because it sits at the top of the hierarchy of components. Components B and C are not just children components to component A. They're considered sibling components to each other. This is because they sit on the same level in the hierarchy. Parents, children, and siblings are all terms you'll hear when discussing components in relation to each other. Let's take a look at how this will apply to what we're going to do. We're going to have three components for this example: the app, greeting, and user components. The user component currently doesn't exist in our project. We'll be adding it shortly. In this application, the user component will have a property called age. The greeting message will be based on the user's age. If their age is below 25, then we don't want to greet them. If they're above 25, then we will greet them. The question is, how do we send the age to the greeting component when it's stored inside the user component? The solution may be to send the data over to the sibling component, but that's currently not possible. Vue doesn't offer a way for components to send data to their siblings. If it isn't possible to send data to sibling components, then how do we share data? The real solution is to store the data inside the app component. We'll be able to send it down to the children components. Parent components are able to send data down to their children components. Therefore, it would make sense to store the data inside the parent component. From there, we can send data to components that need them. Data that is sent to components are called props. They're another way of adding data to your component. Let's learn how to use them in the next lecture.